You need to open your mind to the possibility of samadhi. Samadhi means direct consciousness or being. This is how you're going to access God, through samadhi, not through knowledge, not through belief, not through concepts, not through language, not through the mind, not through thoughts, not through theory, not rationality. Samadhi is not knowledge. Samadhi is not even ordinary experience, because ordinary experience presupposes a subject-object duality between the experiencer and the experienced thing. Samadhi is a collapsing of those. It's a non-dual form of perception or knowledge, you might say. Knowledge, traditional knowledge, also doesn't work because traditional knowledge also assumes a separation between the knower and the thing that is being known. Samadhi collapses those two together. Samadhi is not even perception, because perception, as you understand it conventionally, is actually also presuming a subject-object duality between the perceiver and the thing being perceived. That needs to be collapsed as well. The problem also with perception is that perception is grounded in a certain metaphysics that you have, the materialist metaphysics. So you're thinking of perception as a process of you, a biological entity with a brain and neurons, looking at an object, light bouncing off of stuff, going in your eye, going in your brain, and this produces perception. This is not going to work because that is indirect. So you need to go beyond perception. And this is the problem, is that most people don't realize that there's something beyond experience, beyond perception, beyond knowledge. Samadhi is also not hallucination. Samadhi is not fantasy. And samadhi is not scientific experiment or data. It's something new. Most people, 99% of people, have never experienced samadhi, and they don't even know that it's a possibility. So if you want to experience God, you need to open yourself up to the possibility of samadhi. And more than that, you need to go and actually experience samadhi for yourself. It's a hell of a thing. Good stuff. Blow your socks off. That's what we call a mystical experience, is a samadhi of some kind. Now, I recommend, if you're new to this and you just want to get a quick test to verify the things that I'm talking about, and you want to get a fast glimpse of God so you don't waste thousands of your hours doing various kinds of arcane practices, I recommend psychedelics plus a little bit of existential inquiry. Start to get a journal and deconstruct your own beliefs, your own ideas, and then find some good psychedelics. And that will be your doorway into spirituality. But then you're going to have to go beyond that, because psychedelics can prove to be a trap if they are your only technique. But why I love psychedelics so much is it's the only tool that lets you access these very advanced truths very quickly without having to spend years studying and reading books and doing all this sorts of stuff that most people simply won't do. In this regard, psychedelics are amazing. Psychedelics, in a sense, are the most scientific way of accessing God, because, hell, we can take a person and administer 30 milligrams of 5-MeO-DMT, and a vast majority of these people are going to have direct experiences of God. This has been proven through scientific clinical studies that have already been done. Go do the research. There's an enormous amount of scientific research, if you're looking for it, about the mystical experiences possible under psychedelics. Now, of course, none of this will really mean anything to you unless you go through the experience yourself. It doesn't matter what psychedelic experiences I've had or others have had. You have to get into it yourself. You have to get intimately involved. That's the only way you're going to discover God.